Heinal from the UK is here. We've got Ulrika from Örebro, Sweden. We just spoke recently. She's about to jump on a cruise with 17 people, I think. They're coming from Sweden and from that part of the world. So that's awesome. I hope you enjoy your cruise. I look forward to seeing you when you're in town. Maybe we can grab some dinner or something. She's from our team in Sweden, part of Radar's organization from Norway. We've got Aniko coming to us from Sweden. We've got people, okay, all right. Leif is coming to us from Sweden. We got the international group is saying hi to me in the chat, but we've got a bunch of people here that for some reason don't want to say hi to me. We got people here from Miami. We got people here from Fort Lauderdale. We got people here from Orlando. We've got people here, more people from Sweden, more people from Orlando, more people from Orlando. Cape Town, South Africa is in the house. We got more people from Miami. We got people from Homestead. We got people from Hollywood. All right. Reynaldo Pirela from Orlando, Florida. Loving it. Welcome to the show. Hey guys, I'm gonna start off today's training a little bit different than usual. I'm actually gonna share a video with you that I think you guys are gonna enjoy. It's like a 20-minute video, but it's very, very important. And then we're gonna get right into the message of the video. And then I wanna give you some tips on, what it takes to grow a successful business, right? That's what I always try to give you, things that you can do on a daily basis to grow your in-cruises business, to have success, which is why you're here. It's why I'm here. Good afternoon, Mr. Leiva, Monica Leiva. Oh, Monica Leiva's in the house from our amazing team that's growing in the Orlando, Florida area. All right, Ulrika, I always have a hard time with your name. I know I gotta get better. Says we are 15 people going on a cruise with MSC Seascape on the 17th. Oh, it was the 17th, 15 people on the 17th. But by the way, guys, for those of you, if you ever have someone that doubts what we're doing or says, oh, does it really work? Do people really cruise? We've got a Telegram group. Join the Telegram group where we've got nothing but videos and pictures of fellow in-cruisers traveling all over the world. Make sure you join our Facebook testimonial group where we've got a bunch of partners and partner members that have shared their travel testimonials. And that's one of the messages that I want to get across to you today, which is you got to become a great storyteller. People remember stories. And I do that as often as possible. Obviously, you can't always just tell stories, but you got to be a great storyteller, and you got to adjust your story as you go. I'll give you some details on that. But today I want to tell you about some important events that are coming up. I want to talk to you about conversations that you need to have with a brand new partner in your business. What do you talk to a brand new partner member about? We're going to talk about getting wide. We're going to talk about leading by example. We're going to talk about the mindset that you have to have on a daily basis to get you in the right place so that when times get tough or when things don't go as you believe they should be going, when things don't go according to plan, you're emotionally and mentally tough. Having a tough mindset is very important. We're also going to talk to you about what I mentioned earlier about the power of telling good stories and in your prospecting and your presenting when you're talking to people, and then finally about you just being here at the right place at the right time. So let me know if you're ready. Are you ready? Because we're gonna get going. I wanna get started with this 20-minute video, and then I'm gonna come back. Do not miss the video. I wanna share a video with you. We have Mario, my beautiful Mario is here as well from Palma de Mallorca. We got Hector from the Miami team. Hector's on fire, man. That guy's marketing and talking to people all over the place. All right, we're ready to go. So I see more and more people coming in. Guys, don't miss these weekly webinars every Tuesday at 3 p.m. Miami time. Check your local listings. I go ahead and I do a Spanish version of this webinar tomorrow porque soy bilingüe, I am bilingual. Every Wednesday at 3 p.m. we do a Spanish version of this webinar. Every Monday at 3 p.m. Miami time, we do an English business presentation. And then now on Tuesdays, remember every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Miami time, Mike Hutch Jr., our North American Territory Director, is doing his company webinar. So don't miss that. If you could be there, And then Wednesday nights, man, you guys got me working. I'm doing like 5 webinars a week right now. Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Miami time, we do a Spanish training for the people over here in the East Coast in the US, and that's better for them. So one of the pieces of advice that I want to give you today, if you're brand new with us, if you're just getting started, or you're relaunching your business, is please stay plugged into the system. Stay close to the campfire. Stay plugged in, keep getting better, keep learning, keep increasing your confidence levels, because that's the way you're gonna be able to do more. The more confident you are, the more you do. And how do you increase that confidence? Well, you gotta stay plugged into the system, and you guys got a piece of that system, the one I just shared with you now. And I've got some good stuff to share with you today, especially towards the end, so stay with us till the very end. Again, my name is Abel Prieto, coming to you live from Miami, Florida. And I want to start this video that I want to share with you from one of my mentors. One of my mentors is Art Williams. And Art Williams was the founder of the company that I grew up in since I was 20 years old, where Frank Codina, the co-founder and co-CEO of InCruises, where I was working with him, where he was my direct mentor, my upline. This company, Primerica, which has been around since 1977, the founder of that company was Art Williams. Art Williams. He sold the company eventually, but the guy that started it all was the gentleman that you're about to listen to. So I want you to pay close attention, because I love this message. This is a classic Art Williams speech. By the way, he's a Southerner. He's from the South. He's from Georgia. So he's like very, very American. Okay. But this guy did wonders with his life. He started from, the guy that introduces him kind of says a little bit about him, but he started as a school teacher, football coach, started selling life insurance part-time, left school teaching to sell life insurance and investments, mutual funds full-time, did so well that eventually started his own company. And that company later on turned to be the company that changed my life, 20 years later. He started in 1977. I joined Primerica towards the late 90s. It changed Frank Codina's life. He was able to make the income and generate the wealth that he needed to launch. Sorry, I got a bit of a pain in my neck. Generated the income through working with that company that eventually led to him leaving that company. He took me with him, and eventually we launched InCruises, and here we are. The power of our decisions. Imagine if Art Williams hadn't kept going. Imagine if he hadn't taken the nose. Imagine if he hadn't, paid the price. Then he would have never launched Primerica, which is where Frank and I, became successful. And then through Primerica, then we launched InCruises, and now we're here in a webinar with people from like 20 different countries. Some of your lives are changing before your very eyes. Some of our lives have already changed. So the message that this guy is an incredible leader, and I'm just going to let him tell his story, but this is a very simple message. It's called Do It, Just Do It. And Art Williams coined the phrase, just do it, before Nike coined that phrase. So I want to share that video with you. Pay attention to the speech, pay attention to the message. It's a very simple yet very important message. We'll talk about it at the end, and then I'll go into the rest of my training. Fair enough? Let's go to Art Williams.
Art Williams has spoken to many business groups throughout the years. The following speech was delivered to the 1987 National Religious Broadcaster Convention and has become a classic example of Art's philosophy on winning in business. It is simply entitled, Do It. Dr. Jerry Falwell, Chancellor of Liberty University, introduces Art Williams.
15 years ago, he was a high school football coach. His wife, Angela, was teaching English in high school. He got an idea, just an idea. And 10 years ago, he turned that idea into a company, a concept, a practical concept. 10 years have passed. 150,000 people work for him now. Last year, he sold $77 billion worth of insurance. This year, $100 billion. That is more than Prudential and New York Life, number 1 and 2, combined in 10 years. He's from Monroe, Georgia. He has the dialect to prove it. He this year will sell $100 billion worth of insurance and revenue.
Hey guys, I got a message here. It says no audio. Is everyone hearing this? Is everyone hearing this? Because the audio is looking good on my side. Let me know. All right, Leva, there must be something up with your audio. Maybe you gotta up the audio on your computer or do some kind of setting change. But okay, the audio is good. Okay, got it. Let's keep going.
$2.5 billion. And he's just now beginning to dream, to plan, to go. Art and Angela Williams have 2 precious children, Art the third and April, their daughter. He is chairman of the inner council, the inner circle of our ministries, and a personal and a dear friend. He is a born-again Christian, as each of his family members, but he's an entrepreneur, and Dr. Armstrong has asked him to come tonight and talk to you about what he knows most and best about. And having been in one of his sales meetings last Thursday in Palm Springs, you know, I usually go out preaching and I try to wake up religious morgues, and most of the places, a lot of the places I go don't need a revival, they need a resurrection. But he asked me to speak to his group of national sales directors, and I had to work hard at getting up where they were and not appearing as a backslidden preacher. This man, I repeat, is the leading entrepreneur in America and a friend of NRB, and I introduce you to you, Mr. Art Williams.
Thank you. Thank you, Jerry. And I tell you, I don't know if I've been this nervous in a long time. This is the most intimidating thing that I think's ever happened to me. An old dumb South Georgia football coach speaking to a bunch of TV personalities like many of you, many great evangelists in the audience, and who put me between Falwell and Swaggart on the same night just totally blows me away. But I'll try to give it my best shot. I was asked to talk to you about how to win in business. I think it's a good subject for you to think about, because I believe business in America is in a crisis situation today. All you have to do is read the paper and every month see our trade deficit, and it's just a very depressing situation. And to speak to you about how to win in business, there's a lot of obvious things I could talk about. You first have to find a need. You've got to fill a need for a consumer out there. You've got to have a market. You've got to have somebody to sell your product or your service to. You've got to, if you really want to get big and win big, you've got to have a uniqueness. There's got to be something a little bit different from you than all of the competition out there. But by far the most important thing you've got to have to win in business in these United States today is a very unique kind of mental toughness. I believe the difference in winning and losing in the free enterprise system is so small, it's almost too scary to talk about. You can do 99% of the things right in business, and yet if you don't possess what I call that winning edge, that mental toughness, folks, it's impossible to win. I believe the thinking in corporate America has been screwed up over these last 20 or 25 years, and I believe this screwed up kind of thinking started in our big liberal universities today. I believe a college degree in business from most universities today is not worth the paper it's written on. I just had a son graduate from the University of Georgia a few months ago. The reason I think that is because most of these professors in most of these universities today hadn't got enough common sense to get in out of the rain. They don't have any idea what it takes to win out there in the real world. They deal in a bunch of theory. These people have tried to fill up corporate America with this kind of thinking. These are the special people. If you're born rich, if you're born on the right side of the track, they rule you, the privileged class in America. If you're born poor from an average, ordinary background like I came from, they say you're supposed to give up all your big dreams and all your big ambitions and all your big hope. If you have a high IQ, they rule you brilliant. If you have an average IQ like me, they say you ought to drive a truck or be a janitor. Well, bull. Hey, that ain't the way. That ain't the way it is, and that ain't the way it ever was. They ain't nobody ever designed a test, nor will they design a test that can measure the heart of a man or a woman. The things that are unique to winning in business in America today are not outside artificial things like IQs, college board scores, college degrees, and stuff like that. The key to winning in these United States is what's inside a person. It's your integrity. It's your people abilities. It's your character. I believe in developing this winning edge. I've got 10 or 12 points that I won't be able to go over with you tonight, but let me just give you a flavor of what I think you've got to do to succeed in these United States. Number one, you've got to get excited. Folks, I don't believe anybody will ever tell you anything more important than this in winning in these United States. 90+% of winning in anything you try to do in America today, you got to be excited. People in America won't follow or believe in a negative, dull, disillusioned, frustrated, dadgum crybaby. People want people that are positive and excited and enthusiastic and tough. The greatest definition I ever heard, I thought about this 10 million times when I wanted to quit along the way of a winner. This guy said almost everybody in America can stay excited for 2 or 3 months. A few people can stay excited for 2 or 3 years. But a winner will stay excited for 30 years or ever how long it takes to win. Another key to building this winning edge and this mental toughness is you got to become a dreamer again. You know, I'm a Methodist, and we just changed ministers a few weeks ago, and our new minister came in, and the church was just packed. And the first thing he said, well, it looks like everybody came out to see the monkey perform. And the second thing out of his mouth, he said, for a church to be a great church, you got to have a dream. If you don't have a dream, you're dead. And boy, I sat up and I said, man, me and this guy are going to get along good because he knows what he's talking about. See, folks, I believe in order to win, you got to feel good about yourself. When I was coaching football for 7 years back in Georgia, and I had a paddle in my coaching office, and it was about this thick and this long. And in the fat end, I had little holes bored in it so you could really get some speed and blister their little butt, you know, when they misbehaved. And I had a rule on my football team that if any kid said, I can't, if any football player heard one of my football players said, I can't, he got to bring him in the coach's office and give him 3 licks. And it took me about a month to get all that thinking out of my players every year, you know, and I'd have football players knock on my door at recess and at lunch and after school. And he said, Coach, he said it. Coach, he said it. And I'd make that kid bend over and I'd give that other kid the board. He'd bust him 3 times. And folks, it didn't take long. You couldn't create a word game to get one of my kids to say I can't. Bring it home a little bit more personal. When April and little Art were just this little and could understand words, every time they said I can't, I made them do 3 push-ups. Folks, there ain't nothing you can't do in America if you want to bad enough. Another key in building this winning edge is, folks, you got to stand for something. People in America, the good people in America, are fed up with these dadgum fence sitters and mealy mouths. Corporate America has an especially black eye in business today. Most people in America think you can't find a company. They think you can't find a salesperson that'll tell you like it is and stand behind their word. They think these companies will sell anything, say anything, just to make a sale, just to make a profit. Well, you know what? Folks, if you want to win in the free enterprise system in America today, you got to stand for something. And another point, thank you, is yes, you're going to be controversial. Folks, if you want to win in these United States today, just get ready. You're going to be controversial. The only way not to be controversial is to be average and ordinary. They just call me anything but average and ordinary. Now, I know some of you might say, well, you know, I don't think I like Art Williams. You know, he sounds like an old tough butt to me. Well, folks, I'm telling you, you can be good and tough at the same time. I bet nobody's ever talked to a religious broadcaster like that. Another key to developing this winning attitude that'll give you a chance to do something great in American business is, folks, you've got to make a total commitment to what you're about. Do you know almost the American people have lost their toughness? They've lost their ability to make a commitment. See, folks, in trying to win in business, you're just going to have so many false starts. You think you get it going time after time, and you just get knocked back to ground zero, and it's your ability to compete, to pick yourself up off the mat one more time, to go for it one more time, that's going to determine success or failure. You know, we've got a divorce rate in America some 50% right now. You know, it just seems like that people that go in business today, they have an attitude, well, I'm gonna stick my toe in it. If I start making all this money, get all these promotions, then I'll see this thing through. Well, folks, that's not the way it works. The first step to winning in business in America today is you've got to make a total commitment. Total commitment gives you that little extra ounce of courage you need to fight back through the tough times. Winning in business demands the same kind of commitment that winning in marriage demands. You know, I fell in love with my wife in the 2nd grade. Only girlfriend I ever had. We ran off and got married our freshman year, had both of our children before we left college. We're true business partners in marriage. We go everywhere together. I spend more time with her, been married to her 26 years. Now I got 2 grandbabies, love her more today than I ever have. But I don't like her all the time. There's a bunch of times every day that I don't like her. I'm a nut about brushing my teeth. You know, if I can get the toothbrush, I'll brush my teeth 4, 5, 6 times a day. And Angela's always forgetting everything, you know. And she always leaves the cap off the toothpaste, you know. And when I go in there to brush my teeth, the cap's off. It's got that hard little crust around the edge. You know, it just burns me more than I can tell you, you know. And I get on Angela's nerves about a lot of things. You know, we were having dinner last week, and every time we get through, Angela kicks me under the table, you know, and gets me back in my room and says, "Art, you ain't got no class." You know, I wish, Art, you could learn to eat with your mouth closed, you know. But see, folks, if you want to win in business, everything's not going to work out like you want it to, but you got to be committed. I want to have great kids. I want to have a wonderful relationship. I want to have tremendous grandbabies. Another key in building this winning edge in business is you've got to learn to treat people good. Another thing that these universities pollute America, corporations with, is this attitude, you better not get to know your employees. You better not become friends or get to know the spouse or the children of your employees, because you might have to fire them, you might have to reassign them. And if you're close friends, you can't manage people in a tough-minded way. Bull. Folks, the only way to manage people and get the most out of people is treat them good. Learn to love them and care about them. Yes, it hurts from time to time, but it's the only way. You know, everybody you work with in business, you got to look at them and pretend there's a flashing sign on their chest. And everybody's asking you, make me feel special. Make me feel important. Say something good to me. I want to be somebody. Another key of winning in business in America today is, folks, you got to establish the right kind of priorities. First company I went with 15 years ago was ITT. When I was out there struggling, dying every day, wanting to quit and go back in coaching 1,000 times, my first heroes in this business were vice presidents at ITT making $40,000 or $50,000 a year. And I said, man, if I could ever get to be that kind of person, it'd be a dream come true. I couldn't want any more out of life. A few years later, I earned the right to get promotions to that level and found so many of my heroes in business, their personal lives were a disaster. They were alcoholics and divorced 3 and 4 and 5 times. I just read an article by the author of In Search of Excellence, and I saw where he says, I can't find evidence of any successful business person in America that's not tunnel vision, that just doesn't give everything to business. Folks, I said back then, 15 years ago, that if that's the price you've got to pay to win in business, it's not worth it. 15 years later, a multimillionaire. Folks, I can stand and preach to you that you can't separate your personal life from your business life. God's got to come first. Your family's got to come second. And business has got to come third. And I believe if you have a lousy spiritual life and a lousy personal life, long range, it's going to be devastating to your business. Another thing in building this winning attitude. Another thing in building this winning attitude in business, I see tall people make it big in business and short people, dumb people and smart people, fat people and skinny people. But if you cut open the winners in business, I see a heart of a champion. And all these people are competitors and they don't quit. I believe desire and will to win is everything. I don't know why I'm like I am, but my butt's always burning. There's always something say, Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to go for it. Art, dadgummit, you're supposed to be somebody. You're supposed to make a difference with your life. What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. You look at the outside and study those two individuals, everything seems to be the same. They both are the same sex, they both are the same age, they have the same training, the same positions, the same contract, the same fringe benefits. They both are successful, they work hard, they're good family people, make tough commitments. But what's the difference? What does the $500,000 a year person do? The $50,000 a year person doesn't do. He pays the price and a little bit more. He works hard and a little bit more. He's loyal to the company and a little bit more. He believes in a little bit more. He makes money and a little bit more. He saves money and a little bit more. If you want to win in these United States, you got to be tough and you can't quit. The last thing I'll talk to you about today in building this winning edge is, folks, if you want to win in business, you got to be a leader. Leadership is everything. You show me anything in these United States that win, I'll show you a leader at work. You show me a successful church, Boy Scout troop, club, football team, business, I'll show you something run by a leader. See, I thought at one time in my life you had to be smart to win. I used to have these smart people that dress so pretty and talk so pretty and use these big words. They just intimidated me, and I said, Art, you can't ever be that good. Why don't you just throw in the towel and go back and coach football for a living? And I found two things out about smart people. I think it's almost impossible for a smart person to win in business in America today. Because I find smart people spend their whole lifetime figuring things out. They're always trying to figure out an easier way and a quicker way. And another thing I found out about smart people is they just don't get around to doing nothing. And see, somebody like Art Williams, everybody said, well, he can't do it. And somebody like that can't do it. But he does it. See, folks, I want you to know almost everybody in America almost does enough to win. They almost get there. They almost are over the hump. They almost have it going. They almost in everything they do, almost as a way of life to almost everybody in America. But the winners do it. What do? They do whatever it takes to get the job done. They do it and do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to be somebody they're proud of. We need leaders in America who can do it. If you want to become somebody, do it. If you want to go in business for yourself, do it. If you want to become financially independent, do it. I hear too much talk in these United States. Everybody can talk a good game. We need people in America who can do it. I go all over this country with A.L. Williams, and I have people say, Art, you can count on me. Wonderful. Just do it. Art, I guarantee you this is my last stop. I'm going to win now. Super duper. Just do it. Art, if I could just have one good month and get the ball going, I know I could make it big. Super. Just do it. Art, if I could just pay off this debt, I could really go. Great. Just do it. Art, if I could just sell my house. Do it. But houses ain't selling. Do it anyway. Art, I'm not making any money. What can I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, I guarantee I'm going to win this contest. Super duper. Just do it. Art, I'm over the hump now. Watch my smoke. Great. Just do it. Art, I want to make it so bad I can taste it. What I do? You just do it. Art, I'm a vice president now. Can I quit doing it? No. Art, I don't know if I can keep on keeping on. I'm really hurting. What I do? You just do it. Do what, Art? You do it and do it and do it. Art, all my life I've wanted to be somebody important. Well, what do it then? Art, I'm going to save money so I don't have to go through this again. Great. Just do it. Art, I don't feel like I've had enough training. What I do? You just do it. Art, my manager don't give me no help. What I do? You just do it. Art, you don't understand. I was Mr. Everything at my former company. You don't mean I have to start off down at the bottom and do it, do you? Yep, you really got to do it. Art, Art, what's the primary difference between winners and losers? The winners do it. They do it and do it and do it and do it until the job gets done. And then they talk about how great it is to finally have achieved something unique and how glad they are that they didn't quit like everybody else and how wonderful it is to finally be somebody they're proud of and make a difference with their life. Thank you.
All right, man, I am pumped. I love that guy, man. I love that guy. And that's the world that Frank and I come from, and a couple of us here that come from that company. But you just got to do it. I mean, you've got the keys to success, right? Number one, you got to get excited. Number two, you gotta be a dreamer. Number three, you got to stand for something. Number four, you gotta be controversial. Number five, you got to make a total commitment. Number six, you got to treat people good. Number seven, you got to have the right priorities. Number eight, you got to have the heart of a champion. And number nine, you got to be a leader. So that's what it takes. That's what it takes. So let's build on that as we go into the last 20 minutes of training here. But again, I just wanted to do something a little bit different. And who better to do it than one of my mentors? By the way, Art Williams went on to become a billionaire. No, not a millionaire, a billionaire. From a teacher and high school football coach to becoming a multi-billionaire. So I want to talk to you today about the conversations that we got to make sure that we have with our new people. What do you talk to new people about, or what do you talk to your team about constantly? What's got to be the driving message that whenever you meet with someone that is a part of your organization, that you're having these conversations? Number one, you got to talk to them about becoming a team leader, about getting to membership free if they haven't done that so far. If you haven't achieved, team leader and becoming membership free, I love the fact that we call that a team leader, because to become membership free, you got to start building a team, right? Yeah, you can do it with 5 members, 5 customers, but chances are you're going to do it with 5 partner members. That's what we want. We want customers. We want tons of customers. But there's nothing like a brand new partner member, because remember, customers don't bring customers, partner members bring customers. So members don't bring members. Members own the product, they travel with us, they save money. That's great. We want as many of those as possible. But the number one thing you got to focus on in your business is attracting partner members. It's called you aim at the recruits, you aim at the partner member. That's your goal. You want to have someone that not only becomes a customer, but also joins your business for obvious reasons, right? Because now this person can now refer others. This person can build a team. They can build their business, and by them building their business, then it helps you build your business. So you aim at the partner member and you miss with a sale. Could you imagine being in a business where you're aiming at a partner member and the miss is a sale? Oh my God, how many people would love to miss with a sale? So the fact that we call you a team leader is awesome. I love that, because it means that you're now starting to lead a team. So the conversations that you got to constantly have with your people, and Juan and I were having this conversation just a couple days ago. Juan Betancourt, who's leading our team in Orlando, Florida, and doing such a great job in that part of Florida and also here in Miami. We were talking about this. You got to aim at the recruit and miss with a sale. So you always got to talk to your people about getting to team leader. Always. That's got to be the number one goal. That's got to be the number one focus. Just earlier today, I did an orientation call with a brand new partner member, part of Juvie Viloria's team. Juvie Viloria is building a really great team in the South Florida area. He comes from that company, from the Art Williams company. That's how I know Juvie. And I was meeting with Camilla, and I was giving her orientation, telling her what to focus on. And I talked to her about her 2 major goals. And the first goal was becoming a team leader. So if right now you're not a team leader, you gotta, if I were you, I wouldn't go, I couldn't sleep at night. If you've been in the business more than a week and you're not a team leader yet, man, you got to get to team leader. That's the building block of our business. I'm telling you that you can build an incredible company. You can build an incredible company within a company, which is really what we all have the ability to do here. You've got the ability to build your own multinational, international, global travel company within a company that already exists. We're not looking for employees. We're not looking for managers. We're looking for leaders. We're looking for team leaders. And if all you do is focus your efforts on that and help those people become team leaders and then help those people become team leaders, man, I'm telling you, you can build an incredible career that'll help you build a company that'll pay you residual, passive, recurring income, which is what we all want to be able to achieve our goals and a life of freedom where you have time and money just with that building block. Do not underestimate the power of you becoming a team leader and helping others become team leaders. That's what you want to talk to people about. Number 2, the second goal that I spoke to Camilla about. You got to get your Fast Start Award, man. You got to become a marketing director. If you pass the Fast Start Award, time frame, because you're supposed to do that your first full month, your first full calendar month in the business, then okay, that's fine. That's in the past. There's nothing we can do about that. But you got to achieve your first rank. I always want to talk to you about ranking up. When are you getting promoted? When are you getting promoted? When are you getting promoted? Let me ask you something. By the way, is all this making sense to you guys? Are you guys getting it? I know we're 40 minutes in, started about 10 minutes late, so we're about 30 minutes late, 20-minute video. But I want to make sure that you guys are paying attention to me. See, winning is not that difficult. Winning is not complicated. It's simple. I'm not saying it's easy, but it's simple. I'm not saying it's easy. It's uncomfortable. It's uncomfortable, but it's very, very simple. Very simple. Focus number 1 on becoming a team leader. Focus number 2 on getting promoted. Let me ask you something. Is that what they talk to you at your company? Is your boss constantly coming around you and say, when are you getting promoted? Hey, when are you going for your next promotion? Hey, when are you going to come take my job? Nope. That's not the way it works in corporate America. But that's the way it works at In-Cruises. By helping other people get promoted, by helping other people rank up, by helping other people become successful, you become successful. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not perfect, but it's almost perfect. So number 2, you always want to be talking to your team about ranking up. When are you getting promoted? When are you getting promoted? If you're a team leader, now let's go. When are you getting to marketing director? When are you doing 3,000 in volume? It's not a big deal. 3,000 in volume, that's 30 people paying their monthly membership on a monthly basis. That's like a little business. That's not a big deal. It's a big deal because if you accomplish it, I think that's awesome. But let's not confuse big with small. I know men like to do that. Let's not confuse big with small here. That's not big. That's very doable. Go become a marketing director as soon as possible. If you're brand new, go win your Fast Start Award. I was telling Camilla, I said, man, people are watching you. So if you do it, then they believe that they can do it. And when their belief level goes up, you can build an incredible business just with that concept. So number 1, always talk to your people about becoming a team leader. Always talk to them about getting to the next level, ranking up. If they're marketing directors, hey, when are you getting to senior marketing director? We got to grow your business. We're not here to be stagnant. We're not here to be like a stale puddle of water that gets dirty and nasty. We're here to grow. We're here to move. We're here to be energized. And number 3, you got to constantly talk to your people about DDR. DDR. Let me see. Who here knows what I'm talking about? DDR. What's DDR? I'm going to tell you what it is. Double-digit recruiting. Magic happens when you start growing your team by double digits on a monthly basis. Magic happens when you hit that magic number, 10. When 10 or more people start coming into your business on a monthly basis, magic starts to happen. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why it doesn't happen with 9. I don't know why it doesn't happen with 8. Yeah, you can build some momentum. You can start moving. You can start seeing some movement. You're headed in the right direction, but you want to get to the point as soon as possible where you're growing your team by 10 or more people on a monthly basis. Double-digit recruiting. Why? I don't know. I don't know why water boils at whatever it is. Anyone here know what degree, what Fahrenheit or Celsius degree water boils at? Let me know the answer. I don't know if it's 98 degrees or 99 degrees. I don't know. I don't even know the degrees of temperature that water goes from just being hot water to boiling water. And boiling water creates steam and creates energy and moves the world. It's the way the world moved for many, many years. Whatever it is, 98 degrees. Oh, but why doesn't it boil at 97? I don't know, and I don't care. It boils at 98. If you want to start building momentum in your business, if you want to start taking your business to the next level, if you want to start building some growth, some excitement, some good energy, you got to put an all-out focus on double-digit recruiting. Double-digit recruiting. You can go get 10 on your own. You did it. But we're talking about team numbers. You don't have to do it all on your own. Double-digit recruiting. So Abel, what do I talk to my people about? Number one, becoming a team leader and building team leaders. Number two, ranking up to the next promotion, getting the Fast Start Award, hitting marketing director, and beyond. Don't get stuck at the rank that you're at. Move up. You are working with a company that wants you to get promoted. We want you to rank up. We want you to make more money. Let me ask you something. Is that the way it works at your company if you're an employee? No, it's not the way it works. And number three, double-digit recruiting. Focus on that. Focus on that. Make it a goal each and every month. I got to get my team double-digit recruiting. Let me introduce you to three numbers. 100, 10, 1. Write that down. 100, 10, 1. What are we talking about? 100 directs. You got to push for 100 directs. 100 directs. 100 direct people that you have personally recruited. Abel, last week you told me to get 50 wide. Yep, because I'm telling you that if you get 50 wide, half of 100, you don't even have to do 100. 100 is the goal. If you get 100 wide, oh my God, it is game over. Once you understand the multiples of this business, once you understand what exampleship and leadership is and what that can do for your people, because your people do what you do, not what you say. Once you get that and you understand the importance of getting wide in your business, you'll understand what I'm talking about. The number you want to shoot for is 100 wide. But I'm telling you, if you get 50 wide, it's game over. The second number, 10. What's 10? Double-digit recruiting. You want to get to the point where on a monthly basis, your team, your organization is growing by 10 or more people per month. And that, I remember when we first launched In Cruises, and it was just a few of us in the company. And I remember Frank saying to me, man, I think we're going to do 100 new recruits in the company, where he was talking about triple-digit recruiting. 100 in the whole company, guys. You know, when we had first launched and the message first started getting out there, and we, you know, the people that started reaching out, and those people, and I remember, you know, a few months in, we got to 100, and Frank said, when we hit 1,000, Abel, it is game over. Quadruple. I'm not talking to quadruple digit recruit. I'm not talking to you about triple digit recruiting. I'm talking to you about double digit recruiting. Something happens with 10. And by the way, in case you're sitting there and you're like, oh, I don't know about this. I mean, I don't know. This makes, you know, recruiting, building. Yeah, the greatest companies in the world are the best recruiters. The greatest companies in the world have headhunters, have a human resources department. Guess what the job of the human resources department is? To recruit. And you have an opportunity to build a company where you can recruit as many people as possible, and you're not recruiting. That's crazy. You have a company that you have the ability to recruit as many people as possible to grow your field force, your sales force, and you don't have to pay anyone a salary. You don't have to pay a human resources department. You don't have to do that stuff. That's the beauty of network marketing. It's understanding the beauty of this marketing system. It is better than corporate America or corporate wherever you are. The corporate world, this is better. It's a better way. It is a more fair and just way. Let me tell you what this business does. This business, I know it's going to sound a little weird, Before I keep going, you guys, man, I got too many points. I'll cover like maybe one or two more. I don't want to go too long. So let me tell you what this business does, okay? You're in a business that you might be sitting there and saying, oh man, if I only had a chance, if I only had the right opportunity, right? A lot of people, they say that. I'm not saying you say that. A lot of people, oh, if I only found the right, oh, if my boss only understood how good I was, then I'd get that promotion. Oh, if people only knew, if I found the right opportunity, you found it, man. My question to you is, what are you going to do with it? You found it. It found you. You found it. Remember, another little tip. Go look for people that are looking for us. Stop talking to people that don't want to talk to you. So many of you get hung up on, oh my God, this guy said no, and then next, some will, some won't. So what? Next, some will, some won't. So what? Next, go talk to people that want to talk to you. Stop talking to people that don't want to talk to you. On a daily basis, you're going to run across people that don't want to talk to you. Next, go talk to people that want to listen. The way you do that is through working the numbers. The way you do that is to go in and get 50 to 100 wide. The way you do that is through double-digit recruiting. The way you do that is through leading by example. The last number, 1, 110, 1. 1 means it starts with you. The power of 1. The power of 1. Imagine if on a weekly basis you did 4 to 5 presentations. We know that if you do 4 to 5 presentations, sometimes you'll be better than that. Sometimes you'll be worse. I think I'm a little better than that. Maybe I'll do 2 to 3 presentations and I'll get 1 new partner member. Why? Because I've been doing it a long time, because I have credibility, because people believe in me, because I have maybe what you don't have, but guess what? I was once you and I built towards that. But on average, the average person, you're gonna have to do 4 to 5 presentations to get a brand new partner member. If you do 4 to 5 presentations on a weekly basis, you're gonna get 1 new direct per week. That's 4 a month. That means that in 1 year's time, you can be 50 wide. And guess what? It's game over. The average board of directors, I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom. My God, I hope you're paying attention. I hope you're paying attention. I don't know if it's every day that someone who's made millions in a particular business sits in front of you and tells you exactly how they did it. I don't know if it's every day that you have that. No, probably not. Probably every day you've got a boss that bitches and moans and complains about you and only recognizes you when you do something wrong. Well, here you got a guy who's made millions doing this. And I'm telling you how to do it. Success leaves clues. Follow the clues and you will become successful. Do what successful people have done and you will become successful. What does this business do? This business, this is going to sound a little weird. You know what this business does? You know what this business is doing to you right now? You know what this business has done to me? It puts you in front of a mirror, it strips you naked, and it shows you and the world who you really are. Because you can no longer say, oh, if I had I would work hard enough. I would do what I had to do to become successful, to give my family their dream life, to live a dream life, to travel, to give to charities, to spend more time with people that I care about. If I had that, well, you have it. We're in a business where if you work the numbers will work for you. You just got to have the, to go do it. To go do what Art Williams was talking about, to just do it. To just do it. This business will stand you in front of a mirror, it will strip you naked, and it will show you who you really are. And it will show the world who you really are. If for any reason right now, someone comes up to me and says, I'm not succeeding, this is what I'm going to tell you. Show me your calendar. Show me your agenda. Show me your calendar, and I will show you. Please tell me. I've been muted, right? I haven't been muted. You guys are listening to me? You guys are... Hello? Yeah. Brother, I'm in the webinar. All right. Got it. So, okay, we're good. Okay. Someone's calling me. I thought it was an emergency. This person was supposed to be here. So I'm like, oh my God, did someone die or something? All right, that was scary. All right, so, what was I saying? Show me your calendar. Show me your calendar. That's all I'm going to say to you. Show me your calendar. Show me your appointments. Show me how many appointments you did yesterday. Oh, 0 appointments. That's the reason you're not succeeding. Some of you are succeeding. Those of you who are succeeding, and there's a bunch of you in here, and I congratulate you. I want to congratulate you, because if you were to show me your calendar, there'd be appointments on it. There'd be a to-do list there. There'd be people you need to follow up with. There'd be things on your calendar, appointments on your calendar. I'm not succeeding, show me your calendar. That's all I'm going to say to you. If you want to start succeeding, start packing that calendar with presentations and appointments and meetings, and you will succeed. It's that simple. So as we close, I just want to say to you, man, you got to get yourself in the right mindset. You got to get yourself in the right mindset. You got to get yourself in the right mindset. Let me tell you 5 quick tips on how to get yourself in the right mindset. Understanding, number 1, the power of gratitude. Wake up every morning. Abel, and people say to me, why are you always so positive? Why are you so always energetic? Why are you always so in a good mood? Listen, no one's perfect. I have my moments. Everyone gets down here and there, but you can't stay down. But one of the things that helped me maintain a positive mental attitude, a PMA, a positive state of mind, is I am very grateful. I was grateful when I had nothing for what I had. I was grateful for the little bit and when you show gratitude for what you have, whatever it is, and you start thinking and verbalizing out loud each and every morning what you are grateful for, your mindset will start to change. Gratitude is the bridge that takes you from bad feelings to good feelings. If you're feeling bad, one of the major things, and I'm going to give you a second major thing you got to do to start feeling good, is start being grateful. Start showing gratitude. Verbalize it. You got to brainwash yourself because your brain's dirty, and then that'll take you to feeling good. Winning has nothing to do with how you feel, but everything to do with what you do when you don't feel like it. So when you're at those moments on a daily basis, and we all have them, whether you're brand new or you've been here a while, you got to understand that winning has nothing to do with how you feel, but everything to do with what you do when you don't feel like it. But to help you feel like feeling like it, you got to be grateful. The second thing you can do to change your mindset, to change your state of mind, to change your mood is not only 1, being grateful, but number 2, get into daily massive action. Action is everything. Whenever I'm feeling down and I don't feel like doing something, I force myself to do that thing that I don't want to do, and all of a sudden I feel great. Isn't that true with you? It's not hard, guys. Winning and succeeding and achieving all your goals and dreams is not that hard. It's like going to the gym. Whenever I don't go to the gym, I feel like crap. There's never been a time that I go to the gym, and when I'm at the gym or leaving the gym, I'm like, man, why did I come? Oh, what a bad decision. It always feels good to do that thing that you don't want to do. And finally, understand that you are exactly where you're supposed to be. I was having this conversation with my friend Sam. I met with Sam a few minutes from where I live at Polo Norte. Polo Norte is one of my favorite little Cuban restaurants. It's just, I found out that Sam from Miami, from our Miami team, I'm not sure if he's here right now, he knows the founders of Polo Norte. It's a big Cuban restaurant franchise here in South Florida. I love the pizza. I love the ropa vieja. I love the picadillo. I love the vaca frita. I love el bistec milanesa. I love la masita de puerco. I love it all. I'm a Cuban food lover. And I found out that he knew the owners. And I'm sitting there with Sam and I'm saying, Sam, let me tell you something. You know that you are exactly where you're supposed to be? He says, what do you mean? I said, Sam, right now, you being here with me, having this conversation, this is exactly where you're supposed to be. And he goes, what do you mean? How do you know? Because if you weren't supposed to be here, Sam, you would be somewhere else. And you're not somewhere else. You're here. So that's how you know you're exactly where you're supposed to be. So anywhere you are in life right now, good or bad, you're exactly where you're supposed to be, based on the decisions and the mindsets and the actions that you have taken up to that moment. Realize that, own it, be one with that concept because it is truth, it is infallible, and then say, all right, I'm exactly where I need to be. Now let's go to where I want to go. Start making the right decisions. Start showing gratitude. Get yourself into daily massive action. Talk to your team about the right things all the time. Work the numbers. Fill your calendar. Work on your mindset. And at the end of the day, like Art Williams said, just do it. Just do it. Just go and do it. Go do that thing you want to do and let's go be successful. Guys, thanks for joining us today. Again, my name is Abel Prieto, coming to you live from Miami, Florida. I will see you on the next webinar. We've got a bunch of great meetings coming up. We've got an event on the 13th in Miami. We've got another event on the 13th in Orlando. We got another event on the 15th in Miami. We've got Barcelona with Mark Cassetta on the 24th of February. We got A View from the Edge, March 22nd, 23rd, 24th in Croatia. We've got the meeting in Denia, Spain on April 6th. And we've got London, May 4th and 5th. Wow, a little kid from Hialeah traveling the world. If I can do it, you can do it. Let's go, let's go, let's go.